welcome to Unity of Flagstaff. I am Josie Devlin, and I would like to wish everyone a happy Mother's Day, or known as Happy Mothering Day. I want to give a big thank you to Reverend Charli Tupper. She's a senior minister at Verde Valley Unity and president of the Southwest region for Unity. We appreciate her being here today while Reverend Penni is taking a day off. We have just a few announcements for you today. You want to know what's going on in our community? You can go to our website at www.unityofflagstaff.org. Don't have a gift for Mom yet? Running a little late? Well, you can find the Unity of Flagstaff recipe book there on our website. A $20 suggested gift. You can download it right from the website into a PDF, and boom, you have a present for Mom. We got you covered. There's yummy recipes, and you can support Unity of Flagstaff at the same time. And lastly, save the date, June 6th and 13th. Coming together at the Devlin household again. Watch the website and the newsletter for details. Be lots of fun. You get to come to my house. Lots of music and community, and get to see each other. Save the dates, June 6th and 13th at 10:30 a.m. Now, for just a little inspiration maybe. Today is Mother's Day, or Mothering Day. And I'd like to wish all of you mothers, biological, adoptive, or any of those figures out there that have played that role of that nurturing love to someone, whether it's an aunt, an uncle, a friend, a minister, teacher, grandmother, grandfather, whoever it is, it doesn't matter. Whoever that mothering person is for you, I want you to hold them in your heart today. And if they're here on earth, send them your love. And if they are already gone, send them your love as well. So in that vein, I found a poem. It's called A Mother's Love. And whoever that mother is for you, this is for them. This is by Helen Steiner Rice. A mother's love is something that no one can explain. It is made of deep devotion, of sacrifice and pain. It is endless and unselfish, and enduring come what may. For nothing can destroy it or take that love away. It is patient and forgiving when all others are forsaking, and it never fails or falters, even though the heart is breaking. It believes beyond believing when the world around condemns, and it glows with all the beauty of the rarest, brightest gems. It is far beyond defining. It defies all explanation. And it still remains a secret, like the mysteries of creation. A many-splendored miracle man cannot understand, and another wondrous evidence of God's tender guiding hand. So whoever your mothering person is, send them love from your heart. So now let's enjoy this meditation on love.
Love. An inexhaustible stream of divine love pours through me, blessing others and myself. Breathing slowly and deeply, you release thoughts of worry and concern. Turning away from the outside world, you focus within and open your heart to spirit. You welcome these words with gratitude An inexhaustible stream of divine love pours through me, blessing others and myself. I am worthy and deserving of divine love to receive and to share with others, just as I am in this moment and in every moment. I am a perfect channel and a perfect expression of love. I give and receive love without condition or expectation, and I am richly blessed. Divine love blesses me to see beyond the surface. I witness, affirm, and reflect the divine in all people. Love calls me with wisdom and discernment to move beyond my comfort zone. I am open and vulnerable, compassionate and kind. In love, I am clear in my intentions, truthful, bold, and direct. One with all people, I seek the highest and best that love brings. God is infinite love, and this love is always available to me. Love is present in every situation, and it is the essence of my true nature. In moments of joy or when faced with challenge, I choose love. Harmony, peace, and well-being are mine as love guides me to my good. I am restored, renewed, and grateful. We join with you in affirming the harmonizing and unifying power of divine love. Silent Unity is always here for you.
Mother God, flowing through our hearts, we give thanks for the bread of our lives, for the hands in the earth, and the fruit of your womb. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, thank you for this day, for the love that you wash over me, and this joy in my heart I will share with the world. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, flowing through our hearts, we give thanks for the bread of our
Good morning and welcome. This morning is one of those spiritual holidays where we think about the power of love, intuition, new birth, and creativity. Yes, it's a special day that we honor mothers around the world. As we look at mother's love this morning, I'd like to point out a couple of things. One is not all women become biological mothers. And the second is you don't have to be a woman or a biological mother to acknowledge the divine feminine within you. Within this feminine side are the powers of resilience, patience, understanding, and prophetic vision. Let's take a look and see how these qualities show up in our lives and how we might nurture and strengthen them. First, I would like to take a look at the truth that not all women become biological mothers. Yet they hold within them and allow to be expressed through them the nurturing and compassionate qualities of mothers. Mother Teresa comes to mind. She was not a biological mother, and yet she became a surrogate mother to thousands of poor children, orphans, lepers, and the sick. Mother Teresa was clear that she was called to see beyond the physical limitations and often deformities of these people to their inner spirit, which was whole and pure. It was her love that saved many. Not saved in the sense that we might think of being saved by a religion, but in the sense that of seeing someone beyond their imperfections to their wholeness. That this is one of the greatest gifts that we can give to someone, is to see them as whole and complete, and to apply that balm of love, a balm that is the greatest healing agent that there is. The second thing I'd like to point out is that we all have feminine and masculine sides, no matter what gender we are. It is important to own both in order to be our whole self. Yes, we're predominantly one or the other in this incarnation. We need to exercise both our masculine and feminine side in recognizing ours and everyone else's wholeness. Another woman who comes to mind when I think about mothers is, of course, Mother Mary, the mother of Jesus. And one of the stories about Mary that is actually one of my favorite stories is right shortly after Jesus has been baptized, he goes home and there's a wedding. There's going to be this big wedding feast. And it doesn't say whose wedding it is, although obviously someone close to him. Some even think it was his wedding to Mary Magdalene. But that's another story. In the biblical account of the wedding, everyone is having a great time. And Mother Mary notices that the wine is getting low. This would be an embarrassment, to run out of wine at the wedding feast. So she calls Jesus over and tells him her dilemma. Jesus doesn't want to be bothered. In fact, he tells his mother it's not his time yet. And she ignores him. She tells the stewards to do whatever he tells them to do. He tells them to fill the water barrels with water. Okay, let's pause for a moment. Isn't this a familiar scene? The mother tells her son something needs to be done, and he makes excuses as to why he cannot do it. Ends up doing it anyway. She completely brushed off his denial, and through her actions affirmed belief in him to solve the problem. One of the things that happens when we see someone is we let them know that we believe in them. We believe in those qualities that are within them to bring about their highest and best. We believe in those qualities in them that allow them to step fully into that which they have come here to be. Another great gift to give to anyone. So the stewards come back and they dip the ladle into the water barrel and pull out wine. Not just any wine, the best wine. A mother's belief in her child empowers them to step beyond what the child believes is possible. Now, we don't like to think of Jesus as doubting himself. He had not performed a public miracle up to this point. And just like all of us, maybe he questioned, can I do this? Maybe I need more training. Maybe I need to wait until the stars and the planets are in alignment. Maybe I need to wait. But anytime that we wait out of fear, the energy dissipates. That energy that is there to assist us in stepping into something new, stepping us into more of who we are, dissipates. That doesn't mean that it never comes back, but it dissipates in that moment. It is the nurturing energy of the mother within that empowers us to step into the unknown, into that which we desire, but maybe are afraid of failing. Or even more, maybe we're afraid of succeeding. Another quality of the mother is resilience. Resilience is the power within us to continue to stand in difficult times. Resilience comes when we accept responsibility for what is without trying to change it and make it something else. Non-resistance, when practiced as the art of allowing, builds our resilience. Non-resistance is that power that is within us that allows the flow of spirit to move through us. Now, this means that every time the wind of change blows through our lives, we are not blown over. It does not mean that we are happy about every wind that blows through, but we are empowered to make choices that enhance our lives in the midst of the challenge, whatever it is. Patience is born out of resilience. Now, I often hear people say, I never pray for patience. Please don't. When we pray for something that we are acknowledging that we lack it, we affirm that we have patience. We own it. And as we own it, it builds within us. This quality shows up when we need to wait. And waiting is not a strong point for many these days. We live in an instantaneous world. The truth is, when we have the capacity to wait, we open ourselves to the capacity to create something completely new. A new life can be born to us. Think about a time when you experienced new life. This may have been the birth of a child, an animal, a seedling, an idea. There's a process that we undergo with new birth, and the beginning of new birth is always an ending. Right now, we are living in a world that is pregnant with possibilities. In some ways, we have so many possibilities, it's hard to choose which way to go. There is no going back. That is a spiritual truth. The past does not exist. There is no going back to the way it was. However, there is a moving forward into new life. We have within us the power to create whatever life we wish to have. What do we want to birth into this world? What would bring us the greatest joy? The power of understanding is the power that we have within us to listen to that still small voice within us, and to gain clarity about how we move forward. It is also the power to listen to others. Think of a time when someone listened to you. You just needed to talk about what was going on, and they took the time to just sit and listen to you, and how you felt nurtured and loved and cared for. And in that, out of that, came a greater understanding, clarity, maybe a next step. This is one of those powers of the divine feminine within us, the power of that divine mother. One of the qualities that I listed for the mother was prophetic vision. Do you not believe that your mother had prophetic vision? She knew what you were up to almost before you knew what you were up to. My daughter shared with me that when my son left for the army, he took her aside and he said, "Just be good. They always find out. I don't know how they find out, but they always find out." This is because mothers do have eyes in the back of their head. And those eyes are called the power of intuition. You know, that nudge you get to check on the kids because things are a little too quiet in there. This power of intuition, when followed, saves lives. It is our power to change our course of action. We may not be able to explain why we are changing our course. We just know that we need to. And later we discover that disaster was headed our way had we not changed our course. Or we refrain from taking something on and doing it, and later realize why that was a great decision for us to make. We listen to that inner guidance, that intuition, and we follow it. And as we have the courage to follow that intuition, step by step, it takes us into that creating that kingdom of heaven right here, right now. The question becomes, how are or might you apply these qualities in your life? Where do you see yourself as Jesus, making excuses for why you cannot do something that you know that you are being called to do? I think it's important for us to question ourselves about what holds us back. What are the beliefs that we have held that are ready to be released and healed in order for us to move forward? These are big questions. The answers are as individual and varied as there are people on the planet. So we cannot compare ourselves to someone else. Have you noticed how often you do compare yourself to someone else? I know this is something that I've been really aware of lately. Those thoughts that come into my mind of, I wonder how so-and-so would handle this, or what so-and-so's life would look like if they made this decision. It's like comparing apples and oranges, because their life is not my life. Someone else's life is not your life. And that's where that power of listening within and following our own intuition is really the key. And it may not make sense It may not make sense in a logical way. It may not make sense to someone else, but it doesn't need to. It needs to feel right for you. The power of intuition, that power of listening to ourselves. Today, as we honor mothers with our own or someone who was a mother figure for us, let us do so with reverence for all the good that they have empowered us to step into. Today, also take time to recognize who you have come here to be. Honor that divine feminine within you that is calling you higher. May you know the Christ presence within you is expressing through you, and you make a difference in the world. And so now I would just like to invite us to take a moment, because I'd like to invite us to take just a moment to take these qualities, these questions into our heart, plant some seeds. And so if you're comfortable doing so, you may want to close your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths. Just allow these seeds, imagine them as seeds being planted. Those seeds of nurturing, those seeds of love, of intuition, of new birth. The seeds of resilience, patience, understanding, and prophetic vision. We plant these seeds and we water them in the consciousness of one presence and one power. We water them with divine love, divine peace, divine joy. Again, taking a breath within us. We tap into appreciation. Appreciation for the ways that these seeds are going to bring forth new life, new ideas, new empowerment. We give thanks in this very moment for the activity of spirit that is moving in us, through us, and as us. We know that as we step into this power, that we truly do make a difference in the world. And for that, we are truly grateful. And so it is. Amen.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody. I'm Matt Devlin, and I'm going to perform a song that I wrote for my mom, who was a wonderful, free-spirited woman and who taught me a great deal. And she used to use a line when I was upset as a young man. I was a sensitive young boy, and she had a line where she would say, "Who's going to know in 100 years? Let it go, Matty boy." And Mom was the only one that could get away with calling me Matty boy. I can remember being in high school, standing at the free throw line, the crowd silent, and hearing from the stands, "Come on, Matty boy," from my mom. This is for you, Mom. I miss you. Looking back now, I can smile, but it took me a little while. A little too skinny, way too shy, and my hair kinda wild. My auto soul was out of sorts with the teenage diplomats. I get feeling low, my mama would say, "Son, don't you know? Doesn't matter what they say, doesn't matter what they do. Who's gonna know in 100 years? Come on, Matty boy. Who's gonna know in 100 years? Time to let this go. Come on, Matty boy." Used to love to watch her breeze in a room, a smile upon her face, soft white light of innocence exposing all the fakes. But every now and then I find myself caught up in the same old games, wondering if they remember me. Do they even know my name? It doesn't matter what they say, doesn't matter what they do. 'Cause who's gonna know in 100 years? Come on, Matty boy. Who's gonna know in 100 years? Time to let this go. Come on, Matty boy. Sometimes I miss her smile and the crazy things she'd do. It's funny how some folks know just who they are. Red dot moms and gypsy dress, a flower child in the rain. I'm gonna do my best to live my life that way. Doesn't matter what they say, doesn't matter what they do. Gonna know in 100 years? Come on, Matty boy. Who's gonna know in 100 years? Time to let this go. Come on, Matty boy.
us here today at the Unity of Flagstaff. Be sure to check out our website, www.unityofflagstaff.org. And thank you to all the teachers in the world. I know you make a difference. Thank you, and have a happy Mother's Day.